So hello everybody, welcome to the backstage. Just setting up a few things, and yeah, we should be ready to go. Welcome to Granada Happy, saying howdy, welcome. I haven't seen you around here before, I don't think, so welcome. We've had a few last-minute entries into the Twitter giveaway, so let's just go live now with the face cam. So hello everybody, welcome back to GoAgainGaming, and yeah, we're going to be giving away the signed Regicide playmat. Here it is, upside down, but here it is, baby. Where's the sign? There it is. Look at that. It's nice, isn't it? So this was the mat that was being given away by James White at Fab Worlds. And myself and Red Zone Rogue and a few others, like Jim and DM Amada was there as well, I think, hanging around. We're waiting in line to see James and get one of these. So yeah, it's quite a special occasion. And I just thought I'd give this away because I have memories of the event, right? All the memories and the good times of the event was up in here in the head. So I thought, what better way to help me achieve another sort of social media goal than to give this thing away? And yeah, it's going to be going to one lucky winner today. I think we are still getting some entries seeping in late tonight, actually. So just going to wait for maybe another 10-15 minutes or so, and then we'll be able to get into it. Maybe just have one game of CC on Talishar while we are waiting. But thank you for everybody who's in the chat now or in the future if you're watching this back. But if you are on Twitter and you're tuning into this now and you haven't entered, there is still time to do so. So yeah, definitely get on that as soon as you can. Because yeah, I think it's a nice little piece for people that didn't make it to Worlds. I think it's a nice memento for them to have of the event if they didn't manage to go. I managed to go. I had a great time. There's a 4-hour vlog of all of my GoPro videos on the internet on my channel right now that you can go and watch. You can relive it through my perspective, essentially. But yeah, that's the reason I don't need the map. You know, someone else can have it. But yeah. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Jacques, welcome to the chat. Andrew Mason, welcome to the chat. I believe you're all entered. All you needed to do was like the tweet and retweet it, and then follow me on Twitter, and then you're in for a chance. Essentially, so quite a lot of people have entered. About 230 plus people have entered. And rightly so, because it's a nice little item that you can potentially get here. But ultimately, this is just another goal to help people discover my channel and what I'm all about, and you know, the energy that I portray on the internet. So thank you to everybody who's watching this now in the future that may not have seen me before. My name's Az from GoAgainGaming, and please make sure you hit the like button on this video, subscribe and all that good stuff. I can see there's a few people in the chat at the moment, and the viewers to likes doesn't match up, so hit that like button if you can. That'll be great. But yeah, so we are going to be drawing this very, very soon. I'm just loading the Twitter, the tweet picker now. But what I'm probably going to do is play a game of CC on Talishar, and then we're going to draw it after that, I think. just to give people an little bit of time, because I can see that Justin Soapy, who I was actually at Worlds with, has just retweeted it as well, so he's in for a chance now as well. But yeah, a lot of people have retweeted this, so I'm just going to load that up now. And then we'll play a quick game of Talishar. I say quick because we are playing Azalea. I can see Jacques also in the chat has just retweeted it as well, so you're now in with a chance to win. So well done to Jacques, who's also done it. And that's exactly the reason why I do want to wait a little bit longer, because people haven't had the chance to do this. So again, if you're a watcher or viewer of my channel from time to time, you may not know that there is a Twitter giveaway going on at the moment, and that gives you more incentive to build or create a Twitter account, even if you just follow me. Even if you just follow me on there. You know, if you like my content, you like me, there's a good chance you're going to like the stuff I post on there. You don't have to interact with anybody else. Just get on Twitter. There's going to be more giveaways on Twitter as well. So make sure you do it. Make sure you get in there. Jacques absolutely didn't even realise it was going on. So just exactly that. I'm assuming I retweeted ages ago. Yeah, I think you did. I will check. I think you're one of the first actually to see it, Andrew. You normally are one of the first to see it, I think, anyway. I think the algorithm pushes it to you first, Andrew, because you've been, you know, watching me and supporting me for the longest time. So I think the algorithms do reach you first, mate, to be honest. And speaking of stuff reaching you first, I'll be sending out the packages on Saturday. Didn't manage to get to the post office today, unfortunately. I had a lot of work to do today. But I don't need giveaways to like you. No, that's true. Cheers, Playtime DCG. But yeah, I just think it's a nice thing to give back to the community, because I was there, I was at Worlds, I was having a great time. What a better way to sort of increase the reach and get more people eyes on the channel and eyes on and ears on my voice, and hopefully they do like me as well for the new people out there. But yeah, see amazing tweets like cracking packs or packing cracks only on GoAgainGaming. Absolutely. There was a little survey I did recently, a poll, sorry, saying, what do you prefer? Do you prefer packing cracks or do you prefer cracking packs? And I think the results did favour packing cracks, which is a sexual reference, I might add. Because who doesn't like packing cracks? You know what I'm saying? Everyone likes cracking packs, but I think packing cracks is potentially better, albeit more dangerous sometimes. Big Boss Book Club, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're doing well, Tom. Yeah, Dave, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well, sir. It's great of you, and you are awesome for it, and the rest of your content. Cheers, Playtime TCG. I'll do what I can. Albeit I'm not the most competitive person in the world, not the most hyper-competitive and meta-focused channel out there, but I'm having fun with the game, and mainly having fun with Azalea in many different ways. But yeah. Cool, so yeah, I'm just going to keep refreshing Twitter for a while. We've had some more people. Retweet it and like it. Alex Milam. Also just followed me on Twitter as well, so I'm not sure whether you're watching this, Alex. But yeah, hope you're doing well, and thank you for following me on Twitter. Yeah, Mr. Inhelian saying hi all, welcome. Ted Monto, welcome to the chat. Hope you're all doing well. Yeah, if this is the first time you're seeing the channel or first time seeing me, I hope you stick around. You know, not just for the giveaway, but for my general energy. And my channel, GoAgainGaming, is very much focused on just sort of casually playing games online, doing some streams. The Azalea cult is a massive part of the channel. That started about 3, 4, maybe 5 months ago now with Jim from FabTCG Cards, speaking about all things Azalea. And what better way to start the whole thing, the start of the whole Azalea cult, because Azalea is getting support in the next set. That's right, we're getting a reprint of Azalea, not the Starvo treatment that a lot of people were expecting. I didn't want that. I didn't want the Starvo treatment for Azalea. I just wanted to have plain old Azalea, and rightly so. She's going to be reprinted as is in the next set, and I have a strong feeling that there will be. I don't want to jinx anything. I'm touching wood right now, but I have a strong feeling that this channel and the Azalea cult will be able to spoil a card from outsiders. We got to spoil the Sandscour Great Bow for Dynasty, and James White himself said to us at Worlds that this year Azalea is going to be the business. That's right, she's going to be good this year, apparently, according to James. So hopefully we do get a spoiler card or some form of involvement in spoiler season. I think we probably will do, because we are the Azalea cult here on GoAgainGaming, so I'm assuming that's something that we're going to be able to showcase, but we will see. Anyway, I was glad to see them supporting the OG Azalea. Absolutely. Praise be, exactly that. I'm really glad she didn't change, to be honest. Makes all the work I'd done piloting her off pay off more. Exactly, yeah. So, you know, now is the time to pick up your Azalea stuff. Now is the time to invest in that Skullbone cross wrap. Crack HP1 for that white border Skullbone. Whatever you need to do, just get your hands on Ranger singles, Ranger cards now. Again, if you're a patron of the channel, you can get 10% off an order through Fab TCG cards once per month. So that's another reason to join the Patreon. Even if it's on a really low level, you still get access to that discount code every month. Fab TCG cards, great guys. It's the man who does the co-hosting with me for the Azalea cult as well. So make sure you go and support his stuff where you can. Great person. Ranger hype, absolutely, Andrew. You came in at the right time. Bravo, main Andrew in the chat, the moderator of the chats here as well. Ranger hype, there's always Ranger hype, Andrew. You have to come to know that by now. Ten Monto saying, I just went back and watched the interview you and Red Zone Rogue did with Chalice. Oh yeah, Chalice, the Azalea cosplayer. Yeah, that cosplay is great. If anyone hasn't checked it out, exactly. Yeah. So Chalice sort of exploded into the scene with this awesome, sexy Azalea cosplay, which was based on this hero here. Chalice, her name is Alice. She did this cosplay here. This is just a random card that I'll be giving away at some point, not on this stream but another time. But yeah, we interviewed her just when she exploded onto the scene, and since then she has exploded in on YouTube as well. She has like a lore channel based on The Witcher 3 and Elden Ring, and she just goes under the name Miss Chalice on the internet. So yeah, lovely lady. Also got a picture with her at Pro Tour Lille as well. I'm not sure whether you've seen that or not. I might be able to get the picture up somehow. I don't know where it is though. I don't know where the picture is. But yeah, there's a picture of me and Chalice at Lille, which was a great time as well. I think there's a picture of that in the Lille vlog. So if you go back and watch the Lille vlog, I think day 2, there's a picture of me and the Lille recap. There's a Lille recap video, and it's all in there, as well as some other videos with like me and Pleasant Kenobi doing some karaoke and stuff. So Lille was a great time as well. That's another great thing. But yeah, so let's just load the. So it hasn't been any new submissions as of yet on the Twitter. So we're just gonna roll with it as it is. I think anybody else who hasn't entered, unfortunately, you missed your chance now. Unfortunately, but a few people have entered as a result of me just rambling on for the first 20 minutes of this stream. Haha, I heard Kenobi is a karaoke legend. Yes, he is. I spent. It was me, Vince, Pascal, the Swiss man who is also in the Discord, goes under the name Supperworm on Twitter. It was me, Vince, Pascal, and his German friend or Swiss German friend there until like 3 a.m. in the morning, like singing like rock tunes like Deftones and all sorts of stuff. And he just kept buying us like margaritas and that. It was brilliant. It was a brilliant time. And I'm so glad that we could do it. Flake was there as well. Flake was there. Obviously, we know Flake, the caster. He was there as well at the beginning. So he stayed for like 3 or 4 hours and sung some like 90s pop tunes and some stuff like that. He had to go because obviously he was doing work the next day at Pro Tour. But yeah, we stayed out till 3 a.m. It was crazy. It was a good time. But yeah, anyway. So let's load this tweet, the tweet picker, as it were. Let me just load up my original tweet and I'll be able to tell you how many people have entered this. So the prerequisites were just that you had to like and retweet the post and then make sure that you're following me. That's it. So that's the only prerequisites to the post. I'm just going to get that up now. So let's load the tweet. Win account is 1. The profile doesn't need to have any picture, description, banner, or location. That's fine. And you must be following me. So at GoAgainGaming AZ. There we go. Win account 1. So continue. So that loads up. Alex being the last one. Alex Cypher 76 being the last entry to the competition at 8:23 p.m. today. That was the last entry that we had, and there's 243 entries loaded. So I might be able to share the screen with you now, actually. Here we go. So it says here 243 entries loaded. Look at that. We've got Alex, we've got Jacques in there, Justin, all these last-minute entries coming in today. But yeah, so many Fluke and Box as well. Shout out to Fluke and Box. Obviously, he wants to get his hands on this Regicide playmat. Everybody wants to get it by the looks of it. But yeah, 243 entries have been loaded. And obviously, we just go to continue next and then draw the winner. But yeah, that's pretty much ready to go, I think, on that. Good luck to everybody. Justin Etheridge, praise be. What did I miss? So essentially, Justin, are you on Twitter, first of all? Have you entered the 1K Twitter follower giveaway? Because if you haven't, now is the time to do so. Are you on Twitter, Justin? Please respond. Because I'll have to redraw it if you are. We'll set the cap. We'll set the cap to 8:45 GMT. So that's 13 minutes until we draw the giveaway. I'll give everyone one last chance to do it, just in case some people are coming into this stream later, which I know does happen. Because my audience is very much global, so I think the US is like mid-afternoon right now, at least for the East Coast. I know I have a lot of East Coast viewers, and obviously people in the other side of the spectrum are just waking up. So yeah, it just depends on the time zones, but I will leave it for another 10 minutes before we draw the thing. But Justin, are you on Twitter and have you entered the giveaway, just so I can check? It says there's 243 entries so far. West Coast here is noon. Oh, West Coast, yes, so 8 hours behind, yes. This is normally the time I record the Living Legends podcast with Red Zone Rogue and Spike Feeders. So yeah, that's normally the time that Kel, Red Zone Rogue, gets up, is around about now to record the Living Legends podcast. Which you should all tune into, by the way, if you haven't done so already. Living Legends podcast over on Red Zone Rogue's channel. Great time over there. But yeah, Justin, have you entered the giveaway, sir? Have you done it? Let me know. Let me just switch back to face cam, so you might need to change this entry thing in a moment if nobody. Well, obviously people have done it, but if the people who haven't done it yet. So Justin, if you're on Twitter, you can create an account right now. If you are on there already, all you need to do is go on there and then like my post, retweet it, and then follow me on there, and you'll have a chance to win the Emperor, the Regicide playmat. I still need to watch this week's LL podcast. I'm so behind. Well, it's a funny one, actually, Playtime TTG, because obviously the banned and restricted list was updated, wasn't it, right? Obviously, we're talking about the saltiest cards that we've experienced. So the question is, will some of those salty cards that we mention in the podcast appear on the banned and restricted list? Because we recorded it before the banned and restricted happened. So you have to find out whether some of our saltiest card picks were banned. Because I'm not going to give you the answer to that, because that would spoil the surprises, right? But yeah, it's a great discussion. Always is. Living Legends is always a great time. But yeah. Justin, I'm going to assume that you don't care about the giveaway, because you haven't responded since. Which is a shame, because you should get involved. Twitter is a safe space, people. Twitter is a safe space. All you have to do is follow me, and then you know you're going to be following good stuff, right? I thought the timing on that was funny. No, exactly. Yeah, the top 5 salt. Well, it wasn't the top 5. It was more like our personal 5 saltiest cards that we did, and then suddenly, some stuff got banned. Does that list get altered now? Is that list irrelevant? Who knows? But it's good fun anyway. Good discussion anyway. Twitter seems to be an outrage machine to me. No, I don't think it is. Not if you just make an account to follow me, and then potentially enter the giveaway. True based Alison Oram. What's true? What, Twitter or? Justin said he has the Azalea Xmas mat, so he is set. Lol, that's a great one. Yeah. I got sent that by LSS. I got sent the shitty Xmas present mat. I got sent that by LSS plus the Christmas socks as well, which was quite funny. Bring back Chain Bound by Shadow. That's what I say. Yeah, why not? Living Legends format, mate. Absolutely, Tom. You're gonna get involved with Living Legends format when it comes out. That will get some salt. Absolutely. Absolutely it will. Okay, so the giveaway is going to happen in 9 minutes. So if you haven't done the Twitter thing, then do it now, quickly. There's still a chance. Well, a 1 in 240 chance, because there's 240 entries into the giveaway, which is quite a lot. A lot of people want this mat, obviously. Azalea has game into chain, just saying. Yeah, stop the actions. One action per turn. Maybe that's a thing we can do on Red Zone Rogue's channel. Because, as we know, Red Zone Rogue likes to stream every now and again some like Flesh and Blood gameplay, whether it's UPF or Blitz or what have you. Maybe we organise a game with him to do Azalea into a chain. See what happens. I know we were speaking about on the... here's one part I'm going to spoil for you, the last Living Legends podcast, as we discussed doing an Azalea that can have access to Voltaire to see if it makes her better. Because we all know that Lexi is pretty good, right? With Voltaire, of course. But how would Azalea... If Azalea had Voltaire, would that be good? Would that be worth using? We're going to try that on Red Zone Rogue's channel, I think, at a later stage. So stay tuned. So yeah, we got 7 minutes. 7 minutes until we do the giveaway. So if people want to get on it and they haven't done it already, make sure you are doing it. 6 Red Ledgers in the row. Fixed chain right up. No, exactly, Alison. Exactly that. Seeds of Agony. That's all you can do. Unlucky. Yeah, I knew exactly what you were talking about. Even though you said RITR, I knew exactly what you were talking about, Alison. Don't you worry. But yeah, I would love to see that. I'd love to see Azalea into chain, and maybe that's what we do. Maybe that's what we do on Red Zone Rogue's channel, or maybe even this one. Maybe if a viewer in the chat, like right now, wants to make a chain CC deck and then play me on Talishar in a moment, then let's do it. Because I'm going to be playing Talishar after this. After I do the giveaway, I'm going to be doing some Talishar like I normally do for an hour or so. But the main sort of thing here is just doing the giveaway. I know it says Azalea Online, but the focus really is the giveaway today. So yeah, if there's a viewer in the chat that wants to make a CC chain deck with all the cards that you could potentially use, then by all means we could potentially sort out a game for the stream tonight. Be a bit of fun. You should do a LLUPF game using CC decks, as on Chain, Bill on Prism, RZR on Starvo. Well, that'd be funny, wouldn't it? There we go. Just had another retweet from Darren K. So Darren K, well done. You are following me now as well, which is great. And it looks like you've just made an account just for this. Thanks for the extra time, Darren. You know, you're welcome, mate. You are welcome. Yeah, nice one. I can see that you've literally just made Twitter and you're following me and me only. That's epic. That's an epic stuff. I hope you win. So yeah, that's good. Good stuff, Darren. Thanks for doing that. But yeah, I mean, Twitter is Alison. Sorry, this giveaway is for the Regicide playmat. So this is this one here, the one from Worlds that James White signed, as you can see in the corner there. That's James White's signature. So this is the one that he was giving away at Worlds. So yeah, this is being given away today. All you need to do is like my Twitter post and retweet it, and then follow me on Twitter. That's all you need to do essentially to win the thing. Potentially, there's about 240 entries, but if you're not in it, you're not going to win it, are you? So just do it quickly. You've got 5 minutes left, people, before we draw it. I can see Captive Goat has also just followed me and retweeted the tweet as well. Well done to Captive Goat coming in there with the Ukrainian flag as well. Hope you're all doing okay over there. So yeah, thank you very much. You're in with a chance as well, Captive Goat. But yeah, 4 minutes left. Alison, if you want to get on it. Oh, you're Captain Goat. Fantastic, lovely old job. Fantastic, nice one. So yeah, that's you entered as well, Captive Goat. I can see there's 18 viewers in the chat. Have you all done the giveaway? Have you all done it? If there's another person in the chat that has not done the giveaway, I will extend the time for a little bit further. Philip, okay, what's going on? Just got here. So basically, there is a giveaway today for the Regicide playmat signed by James White. And you need to be on Twitter and following me and retweeting a post that I did about it. So are you on Twitter, Felipe or Philip? Please respond, because I'm due to do the giveaway in 3 minutes. I can see that Dabase has now followed me. Dabase, I know you're a patron of the channel, so thank you very much for becoming a patron recently. And I didn't know you were on Twitter until now. So, awesome. I'm going to follow you back as well, because you are a patron of the channel. So I'm going to follow you back, sir. Thank you very much. Dabase. Crudy Moons has also entered into the giveaways. This is exactly what I'm saying. People need to be made aware of this. So well done again to Crudy Moons, who's now entered the giveaway as well. Felipe, if you haven't got a Twitter account, just make one and follow me. That's all you need to do. James Talker, good luck, gang. What a banger of a giveaway on Twitter right now. No problem, James. You are welcome. Good luck to James, who I believe might be watching. We'll see. So all you need to do is make a Twitter account, first of all, if you don't have one. Then you need to like the post that I did, retweet the post, and make sure you're following me. That's it. That's all you need. And even if you don't have Twitter, just make one to follow me. If you watch my stuff, there's a good chance you'll like what I post on Twitter as well. So there's no downside at all. There's no downside to Twitter whatsoever. I mean, the people that say, "Oh, Twitter is full of people that complain and all that stuff," just don't take notice of it then. If it annoys you, just mute them. There's a mute button on there. But if you're following me and me only, that's not going to happen. You're only going to see posts that I do. So what's the downside? Just make a Twitter account right now, so you get a chance of winning. There's no downside whatsoever. As makes it so easy. I hope so. I hope people are making Twitter accounts right now that aren't making them and getting into the giveaway, because it's just very easy. Exactly right, Playtime TCG. I mean, Twitter is full of people that complain, and it's me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Calamed. If people don't want to listen to what you have to say, they can just mute you. They can just mute you. They could mute me as well. You know, if people are following me on Twitter, that's another thing, right? If you're following someone on Twitter, why are you following them in the first place if you don't like what they have to say? But even if you are finding that the algorithm is feeding you negativity, then just mute that source of negativity. There is a mute button on Twitter. But saying that, the Flesh and Blood community that are on Twitter, basically all of them, right, all the content creators, it's just a really positive place to be. It's not like Magic the Gathering Twitter. It's not like other Twitter spaces that are all fucking racism and all this shit going on. it's all positive essentially. There's no negativity, or not, at least on my platforms. And if you are negative, or if you are a dickhead, get the fuck out. That's what I'm going to say. But yeah, follow me on there because it's a good time. Wait, you have a mute on Twitter? Absolutely, yeah, you do. There is a mute button on Twitter, so you can go on there and you can follow the people that you want to follow and mute the people that are annoying. But the likelihood is you won't run into those annoying people because you're just following me, or you're just following Red Zone Rogue, or just following the Living Legends boys, the people that you like, right? There's no downside, so yeah. I'm gonna extend it for another 4 minutes. I'm gonna extend the giveaway for another 4 minutes because another few people have dropped in now as well. I think the mute button said. I think the mute button said unfollow. No, you can unfollow and mute. You can unfollow or mute. So I'll give you an example right now. I'll switch over to the live stream. So here it says, look, this is my Twitter right now. James Talker is saying, "Good luck, gang. What a banger of a giveaway." Cheers, James. But if I click on these 3 buttons here, it says you can follow him, you can add, remove him. I'm going to follow James because obviously he's being a nice person. You can mute him, or you can block him, or you can remove him from lists, or you can unfollow. So there's loads of options now that Twitter gives you with regards to individuals that are saying things on the platform. So you could block him, you could mute him, you can follow him, you can unfollow them. Whatever you want to do, Twitter will allow you to do that. James, I'm not going to do that because you're saying a lovely thing here. So I've just given you 1 follower, mate. That's me. That's me right there. That 1 follower. So yeah, James, no problem, mate. No probs. However, there's some more tweets coming in now. Raven has now followed me as well. Well done to Raven, who has a blue tick next to their name. Raven Casts, a Hearthstone caster, Marvel Snap streamer, coming in at YouTube Raven Casts. Okay, well, 12k followers. Wow, they got a lot of followers, and they follow me now as well. So let's follow them back. Raven, if you're watching this, nice to meet you, mate. Nice to meet you. Looks like you're doing well for yourself as well. Hearthstone caster, Marvel Snap streamer. Hope you're doing well if you are watching this stream right now, sir. Thank you very much. Good luck in the giveaway as well. Marvel Slap. Yeah, absolutely. Marvel Slap, mate. I'm watching. Logan S, you made it. Well done for being a patron recently, and I'm glad I could broker that German Marvel Azalea for you. I've actually got a German Marvel Azalea myself as well, and I fully understand why you'd want one. So yeah, Debase added you to their list, Flesh and Blood. Cheers, Debase. Raven is watching. Oh, brilliant, fantastic. I'm not sure if I've seen you here before, Raven, but it's nice to meet you nonetheless. And thanks for following me on Twitter. And I hope all of your TCG stuff is going well. Haven't actually played Marvel Snap yet, I must admit. I've seen a lot of it. I know that a lot of the Flesh and Blood streamers and casters and all that sort of thing are jumping onto like different pods about Marvel Snap, and yeah, it's obviously going very, very well for them. And it's probably a good thing that you could potentially stream, isn't it? I mean, you probably could do a good stream of a digital card game with Snap. Is Snap? Can you play Snap on PC, or is it just mobile? But yeah, cheers, Raven. Definitely worth checking out. You're saying, yeah, I don't know. You can play it on Steam. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, it might be something I can check out, but I just don't know if I have time for another game. I think Fab TCG will be the only card game I focus on at the moment, because otherwise it's just too much going on. I work a full-time job, unfortunately, Raven, so I'm not like in your boat yet. I'm assuming that's like your full job, is it? You don't have to answer that question, but you got a blue tick next to your name, so I'm assuming you're doing well for yourself. But yeah, Nino. I wish Fab had a dedicated client. I mean, yeah, it does have the Talishar thing, but it's not a client really, is it? It's more of a fan project, I guess. I'm a full-time caster and streamer. Oh, brilliant. Nice one. Well, fair play to you for being able to sort of support your lifestyle via your passion. I mean, that's what ideally what a lot of us want to do, right? We want to be able to do that. But community that I've built, I think, is amazing, and absolutely love it. I'd love the opportunity to maybe do some stuff like that. But yeah, I'm not what you'd really consider like a massive meta head, like a massive meta brain and all that sort of thing. I've got good knowledge of the game and I'm passionate about it, but analysing all the plays and all that sort of thing might not be a strong point of mine. But I appreciate you coming to the stream today anyway, nonetheless, Ravens. Thank you very much. Yeah, the Fab community is great. It is really, really good. Nothing but positive things to say. I haven't had any negative experiences with Flesh and Blood at all. Not even playing in person, you know. I just haven't had any bad experiences whatsoever. So there's not a bad thing I can say about it, to be honest. Andrew was saying Snap is great for filling 5 minutes. Yeah, apparently it's a really quick and easy game to play. I've heard that much. So it's a good game that you can sit on the toilet while having a shit and you can play, you know, just sat there having a dump and you can be like, oh yeah, Marvel Snap, let's do it. Da, da, da. So I reckon, yeah, you probably could do that. 6 turns per game. I might have to just check it out, see what it's about, and then at least I can speak about it to a certain degree, right? But it is 100% a toilet game. I'm glad you agree, Raven. Yeah. I mean, at the moment, that's the thing. You know, I'll get to the giveaway in a moment. Sorry, Pete, I'm rambling on. But the toilet game of choice at the moment is Slay the Spire. And we all know how long that fucking takes. Slay the Spire. You're in a dungeon for like half an hour, sat on the toilet, you know, scrolling, picking up cards and all sorts. But, you know, I think being in the toilet is a nice sort of escape sometimes from like the missus or what have you, you know, the partner. You know, Michelle, like my girlfriend, shouts up like, "Oh, you're still on the toilet?" "Yeah, I'm still here. I'm playing Slay the Spire." Like, what the fuck is that? What are you doing? But yeah, it's just a nice little escape, really, just to be in the toilet playing a game, you know, releasing turds out of your arse. Anyway, best community for sure. Nino was saying, absolutely, yeah, absolutely. That's a bowel cleanser game. It really is. It really is. You sit there for half an hour, and you know you're going to be fine after that. Slay the Spire is also great. Yeah, it is very good. Anyway, right. So we're at 20:53 now. We got 18 people watching, 12 likes on the video. If you haven't liked the video, please do that. I want to see that creep up to at least 15 before we do the giveaway. That'd be good. Playtime TCG is saying, I love Slay the Spire. My runs tend to last an hour. Game runs, not toilet runs. Toilet runs. You could call it a toilet run though, couldn't you? I'm going to do a toilet run right now. Sat on the toilet. How fast can you do it? Speed runs on the toilet. And that's thematic. It's gone up to 20 likes now of 18 viewers. Fantastic. Lovely old job. But yeah, you could call it a toilet run as well. Like, you know, in the sense of actual play on the words and dungeon runs and runs in your bowels, you know. Anyway. Cool. Right then. So let's do this, shall we? 20:53. I think that's pretty much all we're going to get today with regards to the giveaway. Think so? Yeah. Okay. Right, let's do this then. And I'm trusting people as well that are in this and have just followed me on Twitter and retweeted and stuff. I'm trusting you to stick around for my content, for my energy as well. Not just following me to potentially get the thing and then fuck off. You know, I'm trusting that you stick around, you enjoy my energy. If you don't, that's fine. But I'm obviously, you use as a content creator, you use these things to a certain degree to get more people to look at you, right? To discover you on the internet. That's ideally what a giveaway is. That's what giveaways are good for people to discover your channel and discover your content. So if you are here to just enter the giveaway, then that's fine. But I would appreciate it if you did stick around, and if you did enjoy me, please subscribe, please like the video, leave comments, engage with me on Twitter. As I said before, if you don't have a Twitter account, just get on there, because it's all positive on the Fab community, or at least it is with my stuff. It's all positive. I even do stupid photoshops of heroes wearing equipment. I did one the other day of Riptide wearing a spring tunic that was obviously too small for him. He was also wearing the New Horizon. He had the perch grapplers on and the bullseye braces. So yeah, I mean, there's good stuff that you can come to expect from my Twitter content. It's like a raw stream of consciousness displayed on Twitter. So again, if you haven't made an account, do it and just follow me for that reason only. Because there's going to be more giveaways in the future as well that are obviously using Twitter. And if you tune into my streams regularly, you'll also know that I do giveaways on streams as well for other things. And there is also, for people that are watching this now actually, or in the future, if you're watching this back, because I know some people like to watch these things back anyway because they enjoy my general energy, as I was saying earlier. But if you're watching this back, I'll give you another scoop as to what the next giveaway will be. So bear with me one sec. Just have to find the thing. Just have to find it first. Hold on a minute. Oh, I found it straight away. So the next giveaway. Will be for this. So I got given this by LSS, the people that make Flesh and Blood card game. They do care for their content creators quite a lot, which is another reason why you should get into this game. And if you are planning to make content on Flesh and Blood, why you should do it, because obviously the company behind it do support their creators. Oh, bloody earphone fell out. So this is going to be an insight to my next giveaway. So you can win this for my next giveaway. It's the Eclipse playmat. So this was given to me by LSS as part of the content creator appreciation kit part 2. So you'll be able to win this as well at some stage. So if you've discovered my channel through the giveaway or through the other things, then stay tuned, because you're going to be able to win this at a future stage as well. DM Armada, welcome. Hope you're doing well, Stephen. I haven't spoke to you for a while, mate. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. It's been a while. But yeah, you joined right on time, because we're about to do this now. We're about to give away the Regicide playmat. Did you pick one up, Stephen? Did you get one as well when you was at Worlds or not? Can't remember if you did, because I know when me and Kel were doing because we got the intro for Living Legends podcast. I know you were with Jim, like off to the side. You was like, stop getting pictures with James White. it's on my vlog. You was like, stop getting a photo, man. I never got Regicide. Oh, I see. My timing was always bad. Right. Yeah, you were just floating all over the place, mate, though, weren't you? Loving life. I mean, that memory of us like sat. The memory of like it was Flake, you, me, and Red Zone Rogue sat like at the front seat to where Tannen was and Brian Gottlieb was casting that World Championship match. I always remember that moment, because I captured it on my GoPro. I remember capturing it, and you were sat there, and I just did a little panning shot, and it was like the first world champion in Flesh and Blood ever, and I panned it round, and everyone was like, "Yeah, sick!" And that was just such a great memory, and I'm glad I got to share it with you as a massive presence in this scene. And I still couldn't believe it, like being sat there on the front row with absolute titans of the content creation space. I just wondered to myself, how did I get here? How did my journey lead me here to sitting on the front row seat watching Tannen and Brian cast the World Championship final of Flesh and Blood for the first time? So yeah, I'm still very, very grateful for that moment. And I'm glad I got to share it with some amazing folks, and yourself included, Stephen. So yeah, thank you. Anyway, that was fantastic. I'll never forget our accent battle game. Yeah, that was great. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to transition into the California gas station accent, and I'm going to give away this Regicide playmat for the viewers in the chat today. So there it is. There's the accent game. I can switch to and from English to American quite easily at the drop of a hat. So yeah, how do you sit there at front row at Worlds? Because you make great content and lead the cult, of course. Yeah, that's right. I guess so. I somehow made it there, didn't I? I leave for 2 minutes and as his accent changes. Yeah, absolutely. That's the whole game that Stephen was on about, Diamamada was on about, the accent game. And all of this can be found in the absolute mammoth that is the 4-hour vlog of my Worlds trip. So I had a lot of footage from Worlds, right? And I was going to try and edit it to a certain level of professionalism, but I was just like, CBA, I'm just going to release all of the GoPro footage in chronological order. So it's very much from when I woke up, when I got on the coach to go to London, London to San Jose, San Jose to Worlds, and all the things in between. That is all captured on the 4-hour long video that I put out on the channel recently. I don't expect anybody to watch it all, but it's on there anyway, just for memory's sake. You know, I don't care about things like algorithms or views or anything like that. I just do this because I enjoy doing it, right? So yeah. Hot take: Az is actually 2 different people. Yeah. We will get to the giveaway in a moment. I just love having chats with the chat, right? I'm so sorry. We will get to the giveaway in a moment. I'm just refreshing Twitter to see if there's any more new entries, but there is not, so that's fine. We will do that in a moment, people. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I actually threw that on one day and watched all 4 hours. Oh, cheers. Thank you. You know, we are very, very close to the watch time. We are very, very close to the watch time gate that we need in order to have the channel monetized. So I do appreciate the watch times. Thank you very much. And again, everyone that's watching this stream right now, the fact that I'm still rambling on and still haven't done the giveaway yet is just a testament to the people that have arrived, the people that care about this, about me. I do absolutely love it. I love you all being here, and it all helps towards the watch time as well. So you're helping me achieve the things I want to achieve, that's for sure. Diamada is saying, I was talking about our Azalea versus Dromai match where I tried to use a British accent and you did American. Yeah, that was a good time. Another great moment as well that I got to share with you and you only, Stephen, because that was just me and you in that hotel lobby. I don't know how we got there or how we got to that point. I was just like, Stephen, do you want a game? Do you want to play? And I was like, yeah, all right. That was a hard game as well. That was a very, very hard game. Dromai is Azalea's worst matchup at the moment, 100%. You know, even if like late game, you can get Dromai down to quite low life. I've found on Talishar at least, but then you can essentially strip their hand every single turn, and they can still come back at you with like an army of dragons. And it's just like, what's the point in trying to strip cards away from their hand if they can still attack you with like 4 go again on the bloody Kyloria, then Chromai, then Necria, then Ashwing. It's just hard to interact with. Hopefully we get some sort of board wipe. Other people that are familiar with other card games know what a board wipe is. I think we essentially need something along those lines. Obviously, I know Imperial Warhorn can blow up permanents, but it's too slow. We need something that will allow us to cleanse the board of allies. If allies are going to become something that keeps getting printed, it keeps getting designed, we need something that destroys all allies on the field. I think we need something that interacts with that space, because at the moment there's nothing there that does it. And as an Azalea player, I think you do need something like that to clear the board late game, where if you pitch stack your board wipes at the to the end of the game, if you're facing a player that likes to have a lot of allies or dragons or what have you, that could be the answer that we need late game to get through that, because the second cycle, Rake the Embers, and all of these dragons that are accumulating value over the course of the game, you can race them quite quickly against a Dromai, but then their value that they get at the end is just ridiculous. And that's me speaking from a perspective of not knowing, you know, the meta and all that sort of thing. That's just my experience with what's happened against Dromai. Anyway, Ray Geki for Fab, absolutely Yu-Gi-Oh reference. I love that, Andrew. Axe Warrior will be the board wipe we need. That's true. Yeah, like the Cleave was one of my favourite cards from was it Everfest? Or was it Dynasty? I can't remember. It was Dynasty, wasn't it? So yeah, Cleave is cool. I like the fact that if it hits, you can then target something else. And exactly that. If Tom or Tai can destroy a gear piece, I should be able to make the entire dragon army to nuke the entire dragon army. Absolutely, yeah. And if allies are expanded upon, which I think they will be later on, because it seems to be a popular game style, we are going to need something that does that. And the Christmas Squeakers tale, which was obviously Azalea Azalea, Lena, Dash, and Arachne hinted towards that because we had the exploding arrow. So, if anything, I think it's going to be. I think it should be a ranger action that does it. But we'll see, I guess. Or maybe like an alchemist potion that explodes or something. You know, blows up allies, blows up permanents. We are going to see more things that target permanents, or I think we need to see stuff that targets permanents. But hey ho, I'm rambling. I've had so much success Ash starving them with consistent sleep darts, but it's a very tough match. Yeah, that's true. Sleep darts does act as a pseudo red in the ledger against Dromai. But yeah, even Dromai's defensive capabilities and the red line strategy seems to be very, very good with like sand cover and all the D-reacts and Oasis Respite and all that sort of stuff. It's hard to get those hits, those crucial hits through. They always seem to have an ability to get round those forced on hits as well, which is the issue. But yeah, it can go loads of different ways. As a Dash player, I don't think we need more things to target permanents. That's understandable. That's understandable, but I think we need to have it. As a Bolton main, I'm terrified of outsiders. Rangers are so disruptive. Yes, but that's the whole pull to them, right? They are disruptive. You need some form of class that is interactive. You can't just be all burr or all defense. You need someone that interacts with hands, interacts with things. That's what you need in a game, I think. Especially if it's on your turn. If all the interaction is coming from the opposing player's turn, you can at least then try and defend against it. It's not like Icelander where they do the disruption on your own turn. It's rude almost. But yeah, at least with Azalea, you know that you're gonna have to defend a big dominated arrow, or you're going to have to defend a very, very tall arrow that you might be able to stop with D-reacts or something like that. You do have to play on the defensive. And I think that sort of back and forth between players is what makes this game very, very good. So yeah. Playing the game on your opponent's turn and all that sort of thing is where it can get a bit skewed, I think. Which is why you'll see, if you listen to the last Living Legends podcast, you'll see a few wizard cards on that list. My Lexi matchup is to block with whole hand and pass. What with as Bolton? You mean? Yeah, because a ranger, if you red in the ledger someone that's about to set up a Lumina Ascension turn, that's it, isn't it? Really, they've set up the whole thing to not be able to do it, essentially. But yeah, anyway, right, let's do the giveaway because there hasn't been any more entries for the last 5 or 10 minutes. Let's just do this. Let's just do the giveaway. So let me just load the tweet again. And thank you to everybody who is still hanging out, despite the fact that I've rambled for the last 45 minutes and haven't actually done the giveaway yet. So thank you very much for everybody who's joined. And I hope as a result of that, you are enjoying the general energy that is portrayed here on GoAgainGaming. So yeah, I hope you stick around for the future. Yeah, so let's do this. Let me just do this tweet picker thing. Tweet picker. Let's go. Just finished work. Thanks for joining us, Andres. Hope you're doing well, mate. Over there in the Netherlands. Are all of your PQs finished in the Netherlands? Or is there a few more to go? I know there's another week, isn't there? There's another week of PQs, and that's it, I think, isn't it? Something like that. So viewer win account 1 must follow at GoAgainGaming AZ. GoAgainGaming AZ. Okay. Continue. Is that right? I have to load the tweet first. Yes. Okay. Fine. Continue. So we have. Doing fine this weekend. Only one left in Belgium during the battle hardened. Dutch now done. Okay, nice. Fair enough. Okay, so the last person we had enter the giveaway was Raven at Raven Casts. So that was the last person that entered, and thank you very much for your kind words, Raven. And I wish you luck with everything that you do on Hearthstone and Marvel Snap. And maybe we'll talk some more in the future. Thank you very much for joining, and thanks for your kind words about the stream and everything as well. So yeah, maybe we'll chat some more in the future, and hopefully play a game of Fab. Who knows? I'm not sure whether you've experienced Fab before, Raven, but you were the last person to enter the giveaway. So 251 entries into this fucking massive giveaway that we're doing here. 251 people entered. That's crazy. But yeah, that's it. That's the cap now. 251. Nino. Oh, we got two Dutch in the chat here. Nino and Cementenium. Very global audience here on GoAgainGaming, which is why I love it. Why I love everybody in this world that plays Fab, because we can all just get together and have a great time. Absolutely. Good luck, everyone. Thanks, Jack. So yeah, 251 entries loaded. That is pretty much it. Let me just show this to you so you can see it. So here we go. Last person entered was Raven at Ravencast. Obviously, we spoke about him a lot today. So 251 entries loaded, and as you can see there, you've got Croony Moons, E-Darkness, Debase, all the people that entered last minute today. Jacques here on there as well, as you can see right at the bottom. So during this stream, we've had 10 entries alone during this stream. 10 entries alone just during this stream, and unfortunately, if you are watching this now or in the future, that is now it. That is now time in the round. Unfortunately, we are going to have to just go with these 251 entries loaded. So good luck to everybody who has entered, and we're gonna draw the winner now. And again, regardless of whether you win, whether you lose, I appreciate you being here today. And if you like the general energy of what I'm portraying here on the channel, then by all means, come and stop by for another stream at another time. We are always doing giveaways. And as I said before as well, we are going to be giving away the Monarch playmat, the Eclipse one, at a later stage as well. So if you want your chance to win the Monarch one, make sure you come back on future streams or stay engaged on the aforementioned Twitter social platform, whether you like it, whether you hate it. That's where it all goes down. So good luck to everybody, and we're going to continue with this now. So here we go. 251 entries, only one winner. Who is going to win? That's the question. Who is going to win? All it takes is for me to click this begin draw button, and we will see the winner of the giveaway. So good luck, everybody. Weirdly, I saw the tweet, but I clearly didn't retweet or like it. Well, Callum, you are in it, though. You are in it now, so don't worry. I think I forgot to retweet. Oh, for fuck's sake. Come on, people. Come on. Andres, do you want me to go back? Do you want me to go back one step so you can do it? Have you done it or not? One more chance to someone. Andres, you've just done it. Okay, right. Let's go back one step. Let's go back one step. Okay, let's go back again. Luckily we didn't. Luckily we'll get you in this. Okay, here we go again. Free giveaway Twitter picker. Let's do this one more time. That is it. Entries are now closed, people. That's all we're going to get. That's all we're going to get. Andres, well done for getting in there early. So we will do this pick it one more time. I feel bad now, though. For everybody that sees Andres's retweet, it's going to be too late for them. It's going to be too late for them, unfortunately. Unless they come into the stream and say, oh, I haven't done it. But for reals this time, absolutely. Right, so let's do this again. So, must follow at GoAgainGaming AZ. Let's load this tweet here. I'm so sorry for people that have been here since 8:15. An hour later, we are finally doing the fucking giveaway. I'm so sorry. Let's do this. Andres, you're now there. Let me just prove this to you. There we go. Andres, you're at the top of the list, mate. Above Raven now. So we've got 252 entries. That is it. That is it now. Okay? Nobody in the chat dare say I have not retweeted it. Are we ready, folks? That's all we're gonna be doing today. Don't be sorry, sir. Just be glad that you turned up at the right time. Wait, hold the presses. Raven X Shadow, what's going on? What's going on now? Have you made a Twitter account yet? Oh, I was gonna say, fuck's sake. Don't you ever do that to me again. How dare you? Hold the button! Hold the bloody button! Oh, God. People messing with me on the stream. I love it. Fantastic. I was waiting for someone to do that. Yeah, absolutely. Or am I kidding? Get it, Andres. Oh, Raven X, stop it. Oh, stop it, Raven X. Stop teasing me. Right, that's it. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing. Unfortunately, everybody else who's retweeting or liking or doing whatever it is after this, unfortunately, that is it. We're doing it now. Okay? That's it. 252. One winner. Who's it going to be? Thank you, everybody who has come this far, an hour later into the stream. Thank you all for sticking around and we got there in the end, didn't we? We had 12 new entries during the stream. So well done to everybody who entered. I'm not going to say that I want one of you guys to win it that entered late during the stream, but it would be nice to see if we could, someone that tuned into the stream, give me the watch time, give me the time of day. It would be nice for someone to win who is in the chat tonight, to be honest. I'm still drawing my drum roll. I'm so sorry, Andrew. Let's do this. Begin draw. Los Munchie Fuerte is the winner. So well done to Los Munchie Fuerte in the absolute wrestling mask get-up. But yeah, congratulations to Los Munchie Fuerte. I will reach out to you on Twitter and give you the playmat, of course. But for everybody who is still here, of course, and exactly, GG, congrats. Nice to see the people on here. Exactly what I'm saying earlier about positivity on socials for Fab community. All you have to do is look at the chat right now, which is below my screen. All you have to do is look at that chat on the left-hand side of the box and look at the congratulations going out to people who have won. GG, congrats, well done, congrats, GG's, GG. Is it too late to enter the giveaway? No, it's not too late. There will be another one, Raven X Shadow. So make a Twitter account, please, and you'll be there, ready for the next one. Congrats, everybody saying congratulations to the person who has won the giveaway. So yeah, amazing stuff. And I will reach out to Los Munchie Fuerte separately after this. But we are going to be playing some Talishar for about another 45 minutes. We'll probably get one CC game in or something, and then we're gonna call it a night tonight. But Playtime TCG saying no, Raven X, go ahead and retweet. There's still time. Imagine that. Imagine if I was just like, nah, let's just do the whole thing again. We drew one winner. Let's just do it again. But yeah, as you can see there, live footage in the chat. Los Munchie Fuerte winning the giveaway, and yeah, well done to them for winning the giveaway. So yeah, lovely old job, well done to everybody, and thanks for being here. And we are just going to play we are going to play a CC game of Talishar Azalea versus whatever comes up. So if you want to stick around, great. If you don't, if you can't, whatever. Then by all means, hopefully we'll see you very, very again soon. But we are going to be doing another giveaway soon for the Eclipse playmat, as I said earlier. So make sure you stick around and are updated on the socials for that, because we are going to be doing that at some point. But let me just have a drink, because I've been chatting for a long time. So yeah, well done. Signed, James White, Regicide playmat. I just got crushed by Oldhim. I have no clue how am I supposed to not die. I also suck. What deck are you playing, Raven? if you want, we can play on here as long as you minimise the stream, because otherwise you'll be able to see my hand as to what I'm doing. I like Dromai. Oh, great, that's an auto loss for me then. I was slacking off Dromai earlier, Raven, wasn't I? I was like, oh yeah, just Azalea's crap into dragons. We need like a board wipe to destroy dragons and all this. That's a fair sized bottle. It is, Andrew. Yeah. I don't have the time tonight. That's fair enough. Busy person by the looks of it, but we can definitely play at some point. Yeah, I think you would wreck me anyway. Since I don't have much experience. Oldham is really strong, don't feel bad. Yeah, that's the thing. I think Fab is a very, very high skill level to a certain degree. It's been compared to like the Dark Souls of TCGs multiple times because there's a high learning curve. You will get battered, but then you'll learn from getting battered. You'll learn to play better to a certain degree. There are certain heroes that stand out above others. That's for sure at this moment in time. And at all moments in time, really, in the competitive scene, but you can still have fun with your favourite heroes for sure. And it's one of those games that you can really get attached to certain heroes or certain characters, which is really, really good. So yeah, absolutely love the game and would love to play with you at some stage. I don't know I'm being dumb, but I feel like Dromai is hard to play. Yeah, it's not. So obviously, she's quite a new hero. So it's not conventionally what Flesh and Blood really is about, because Dromai is about sort of establishing. I can't really speak for Dromai really, because I don't really play too much of her. But obviously, her interactions are making ashes that you then transform into dragons that then attack for you. You don't have a weapon that you can swing. The dragons are doing all the attacking for you, and obviously taking pressure off of you as you establish that board state, because they can either attack you or your dragons. And obviously the way you win in this game is by attacking the life total. So as soon as you get someone attacking your dragons, you know you're in a good position where you can swing back with cards from hand or still apply pressure with your dragons. So yeah, that's why Azalea into Dromai is difficult, because you're only attacking maybe once or twice a turn. You can get very, very lucky and have like massively go wide turns with bolt and shots and all that sort of thing. But that's more of a Lexi play. Azalea is more of like a 1-2 interactive damage punch. So playing that against dragons is quite hard to clear them all in that late stage, because you can't really attack them all. But yeah, Dromai is skill intensive to play for sure. Dromai is tough too, yeah, because you need to reds to pitch, and then playing into Phantasm you need, try not to read the chat, Raven. Try not to read the chat, because obviously they might confuse you even more. But I think we could maybe play some games on Talishar together, and maybe start with like the Welcome to Wraith heroes, and let's try and learn some of the fundamentals of the game, which are a lot easier. Rather than, I mean, I know that's the thing with Flesh and Blood, right? You find a hero that you can really identify with and stuff, and oh yeah, I like to summon dragons. But in the grand scheme of things, that's probably not how you should learn to play. So yeah, maybe we should try other heroes and then maybe revisit it when you get more sort of leverage into the game and all of its mechanics and stuff. Because yeah, starting on Dromai is quite a thing to do. But yeah, it's a good scene to get into as well. If you're a caster, if you've got the experience and all that sort of thing, if you've got the experience casting other games and other things, then you know there's opportunities out there to be able to do casting and do other things for this game. You know, it's not too late to maybe get into that as well. And maybe even me and you could do something like in the future. Maybe just cast an event together, like remotely or something, of something that's happening once we've got some knowledge there. Because I do think there is also a spec. There was a tweet actually from Red Zone Rogue earlier today about him not being given casting opportunities by Flesh and Blood. He remains open to it, but I think the scene of Flesh and Blood needs, even if it's unofficially, needs some more casters in it that aren't necessarily all about meta. I think we need more sort of casual casters that maybe don't know as much. I'm not sure whether people in this chat have seen the Pro Tour Lille coverage, but Pleasant Kenobi was there. Obviously, I was partying with him a fair amount the night before, but he was invited to go onto the stream and cast a game with Romain from L'Isle de Fidia, the French channel, and that moment in time got a lot of good feedback because Vince was fairly new to the game, and people in the chat and people in the comments and what have you found that take refreshing, right? So I think maybe we could delve into that in the future if you are interested, but we'll see. I would pair well with someone who knew the game very well. In Hearthstone, I play the dumb one a lot to tee up my co-caster. Yeah, exactly. You need that sort of partnership. You need someone that knows what's going on, and then someone else that kind of doesn't know what's going on, but can also tee up the other one. You need that dynamic, really. And as long as you're entertaining, I think that's also a win as well. As long as you've got a basic premise of what the cards do and what the afflictions are if the card hits the opponent and all that sort of thing, you can cast that easily. Really, the game is very, very well designed that way. So I asked the questions that chat want to know the answers to. Exactly. Yeah. So exactly that. But yeah, good chat. Absolutely fantastic. For all the people that are still here, that are still watching, I appreciate your time. And yeah, we're going to play a game now on Talishar. I probably only have time for one game, but yeah. Also saw that you are sponsored by Chaos Cards. That's my go-to online shop. Oh, so are you UK based then, Raven? Are you UK based? Passing Mirage was a game changer for me into Dromai. And then one of red Miraging Metamorph. Yeah, Miraging's great. I love that card. Even as a non-illusionist, I love Miraging. Manchester. Oh, nice. I was going to say I wasn't in Manchester recently. I was in Leeds, which is nowhere near Manchester, but that's up north somewhere, right? To a certain degree. I'm down in Wiltshire, in the arsehole of nowhere, essentially Swindon. Shithole, really, but there we go. You're Raven from HS Casting. Cool to see you here. Hope you enjoy digging into Fab. It's an amazing game. Nice. We got some recognition here in the chat. Croony Moons knowing Raven the caster. Absolutely. The game is sweet. I dove in a bit after catching Worlds not too long ago. What, Worlds for Hearthstone are you referring to? Or Worlds for something else? I'm assuming Worlds for Hearthstone. There's a Worlds event there, is there? But that's cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad. How did you find me then, Raven? Just out of curiosity. How did you find me? Was it just on the retweet thing? Was it on Twitter or? Yeah, Worlds was a couple of months ago, back in November. Yeah, I actually went there. I actually went to Worlds. It was great fun. That's what you watched. All right, yeah. Yeah, I was really Worlds was awesome. I absolutely loved Worlds. It was great fun. Probably one of the most amazing events I've ever been to. I found you through YouTube recommendations from Flake and Red Zone. Oh, okay, yeah. Nice. Yeah, I've been on instant speed. I've been on instant speed once. I've been on the Salty Logs on Flake's channel, and I've been on the what's it called? The not Smash or Pass. What's it? The bloody show that he does. But does it fizzle or does it resolve? That one. So I've been on 3 of Flake's shows essentially. Yeah, love the guy. He's great. He's a great guy. Has a lot of fun as well. We went out to karaoke with him in Lille. That was awesome fun. He sang some 90s classics. I've probably mentioned this already today, but yeah, Flake's awesome. Been on 3 of his things before. Yeah, he was actually on my channel as well. We did a massive sort of Everfest set review with Flake, Combat Chain, Fresh and Buds, and then Brutap Cast as well. That was a good time. yeah, Red Zone Rogue, a great friend of mine. At this point, we do the Living Legends podcast together on his channel with Bill from the Spike Feeders, a big Magic channel, who also have an offshoot now with Spike Feeders Flesh and Blood, which is also on YouTube. Have a lot of great connections in this community. A lot of people are doing amazing things, I'm sure if you get into the game as well, Raven, I'm sure you'll be able to do some amazing things as well, and I'm happy to help wherever I can to get you into those positions as well, 100%. Anyway, right time gaming morning. Good morning, Ian. Are you having a coffee now, mate? Welcome to the chat. What time is it in New Zealand right now? 9, 8, something like that. Speaking of awesome people, absolutely, Ian from Right Time Gaming dropping into the chat. And Ian was also there at Worlds as well. And Ian was the one who gave me this poster in the background. This Azalea poster came from Ian at 10:30 in the morning on the 27th of January. A man that lives in the future all the way over from New Zealand. Thank you very much for joining. But yeah, Ian gave me this poster. So thanks to Ian for giving me that poster. Absolute hero. Cheers, mate. But yeah. So yeah, we're gonna. Unfortunately, Ian, you didn't win the giveaway. I'm not sure whether you was in it anyway, actually. But it was Los Munchie Fuerte who won the giveaway. I'm actually going to print screen that very quickly before I do anything else. Where's the snipping tool? There it is. We'll just snip this quickly, and then we'll do a quick CC game on Talishar, and then that's pretty much it for tonight. I rambled for quite a lot earlier. So 1K Twitter winner. And if anyone's on Twitter right now, by all means tag this person at Los Munchie. Tag at Los Munchie to let them know they've won. Crappy Xmas present poster. It looks great on the wall. Yeah, it does. It's a shame that my camera is in front of it, so you can't really see it, but it does make good background. And obviously, I need to have the patron wall visible. I'm running out of space now for the Patreon wall. It's, I appreciate everyone's support, but I'm running out of space. I'm running out of real estate. I think I need to sort of expand this camera a little bit more, rather than just having a square. I need to have a whole screen soon for the amount of patrons we're getting here on the channel. So thank you everybody who does continue to support me in that way. It makes a big difference. Helps me quantify what these videos is worth, what my time is worth to people. So thank you very much for everybody who's doing that still. So yeah. But Ian, yeah, your poster takes up a lot of the space there. Look at that. Fantastic. I've still got this as well, this little picture here. You can't even see it because I'm in the way. This one here probably needs to come down just to make more room. So let's take this one down. You can't really see what this says, but it does say, I'm going to put this arrow in my arse, is basically what it says. You can't really read it from that far back. I'm going to put this arrow in my arse. But yeah, it's a nice little picture actually. Might put it above my bed, perhaps. I'm going to put this arrow in my arse. Anyway, speaking of putting arrows in our now, I think, on Talishar. So yeah, I've saved that. Let's actually take this out. Yeah, let's play a game of Talishar now. I need that poster for my work office. Yeah, it'd be nice, right? I'm going to put this arrow in my arse, frame it and everything. Be quite nice, I reckon. Get you through the working day, wouldn't it? Just looking at that all day, every day. Anyway, let's play some Talishar.net. We haven't had any more Twitter interactions, so that's fine. Everybody is fulfilled on that front, so that's fine. Let's load up my fab deck list. And then we're going to play a game with Azalea. Hopefully we don't get a Dromai. So I played against Rob, who's in the Discord. Rob Andrews, who was also featured in my Leeds Battle Hardened video. Played against his Dromai a few times the other day, and it's just very 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 tough to get through the matchup. To be honest, very difficult. Let's just join this random game here. Oh, that game has already started, so unfortunately we can't do that one. But yeah, we're going to go over to the other channel now and play some Fab. Let's join this game. Another player has already joined the game. Well, you should have to keep refreshing it. You have to keep refreshing the page and essentially just waiting until the classic constructed comes up, because that's all we play essentially on this channel at least. Here we go. What have we got? Arachne. Alrighty then. So I don't really know how to go about this matchup. They essentially want to go to fatigue, so I think we should run the whole deck, because I really don't know. It feels like you need to run the whole deck. That all you got is good against the spider's bites. Sleep Dart, I guess. It depends. It's a thing, isn't it? I just don't know whether they're going to want to block a lot or not. Sleep Dart probably doesn't matter, to be honest. Fatigue Shot probably doesn't really make a difference, so I'll probably use the blues here and the defense and the blue Bolton shots. We probably don't need the Memorial Grounds in this matchup, so let's just go with 63 cards. We'll use the Snapdragons for extra pressure turns, I think, but I think they're going to be wanting to block a lot. It depends. I haven't really played this matchup too much, to be honest, but we'll see what happens. Run the stack, maybe minus the sigils. Run the stack, yeah. I probably should have done. But that's how... good luck, have fun. That's how I used to play Azalea. I used to run every single card in this hench deck. I might try and dig out that list again at some point, to be honest. I might try and dig out the list. Because I had fun piloting that deck. It had like battering bolts and it had loads of good stuff in it. I might have to dig out the list again because it was good. I basically ran 74 cards, 73 cards, or 74 cards, and yeah, and some matches did go to fatigue. So yeah, it was quite defensive as well. I had like all of the sink belows in there. I had the what can I get rid of? I get rid of this take aim. It had the it had loads of things in there. Absolutely love playing it. 74 card deck. Okay, so they are going to just Arsenal and pass. We are defending out there. They've already got rid of 2 cards, being Read the Glide Path and Take Aim. So we're going to probably pitch the Bolton shot to the Death Dealer. We'll have 2 floating, which allows us to play the Deadeye and the headshot and the thing that we potentially draw. So I think we're just going to do that. We should go for a big tall attack this turn, I think. So we're going to activate Death Dealer, pitching the blue, putting the headshot in. It gains the buff, and here we go. So we can actually attack here for 12 damage with both of the Deadeyes and pitching the sink, or we could just attack. We could attack for 9 and keep the sink and pitch a Deadeye. So I don't know what we want to be doing here. Maybe we should just go tall. I think it's probably the best to just try and output as much damage as possible as quickly as we can. So I think we're just going to take the risk here and play both Deadeyes and the headshot for 12 damage. I think that's probably the best thing to do. Just try and get the damage in early. See what they're saying about this. Because that's putting them to 28 life if it hits, which is quite a big differential straight off the bat. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do here. What cards they reveal also gives us a little bit of insight as to what kind of deck it is. Maybe it's more D-reacts. They're blocking with a shred and a leave net. Oh, they're undoing their blocks. Okay, they're taking that back. But thing to note here as well is that all assassin actions block for 3. All assassin actions and reactions, for that matter, all block for 3, which is quite good. So they are going to take 8 unless they have a defense reaction. They do have an immovable in their arsenal, so blocking the whole lot. So yeah, it's good to see that one immovable is gone to a certain degree. That all you got's nice here because it will replace itself when the Spider's Bite comes in, because it's defending an attack with 1 power. So this, as long as it's defending with an attack with 2 or less, it does replace itself at the end when the combat chain closes. So this is good against Arachne. This is good against Kodachis. It's good against Dromai, Ashwings, because it replaces itself at the end of the combat chain. So you're not losing a card when you defend with it, which is pretty good. And obviously coming in with a Leave No Witnesses now for 4. They don't have anything left to maybe react over the top, so we do have to block this, otherwise we are going to banish some stuff. So I think the best thing to do is block with, unfortunately, blocking with Knock and Read the Glide Path, and then come back with an Enlightened Strike, and then draw a card to gain that card advantage. Probably the best thing to do, I think. They haven't taken any damage yet, though, which is the issue. So we are going to block with 2 things here, I think, unfortunately. Block it out. At least we can E-Strike for the draw a card. Maybe gain some advantage in the cards. Because we are on the play. The life total is the same here. So we are just going to go for the card advantage play instead, while still threatening 5 damage, I think. That's probably the best thing to do. So yeah, just let's go with draw a card. Coming in for 5. 15 D-reacts in my Arachne list. Yeah, I mean this is the thing, right? When I used to have my old deck list, which was the whole stack of cards, I was running Dreadbore as the main bow, which also prevents the opponent from playing D-reacts from hand, which is very useful, because here, right, they're blocking with the black text, and what are we going to see after this? We're going to see a D-react. I'm calling it now. No. Okay, I was wrong. All right then. So okay, we got some nice defensive options here. We got That All You Got again with the Spider's Bite, which is going to replace itself. So we will pass here and gain that card back. So again, That All You Got, very, very good for these matchups, because they're always going to be swinging these goddamn Spider's Bites at you. So yeah, this That All You Got coming in handy here to make sure that this card replaces itself while blocking out the annoying on-hit effect of Spider's Bite as well. We still have a defensive option here. They are going to CNC us, which is luckily only going to be destroying a Read the Glide Path. But still, it doesn't really matter because we have no arrows in our hand anyway. So I guess we could just block with... We could block with 1 card at least, and then take 4 and go down to the same life total. Because that is going to blow up our arsenal, unfortunately. We can't do anything about that. And it's now down to the same life totals. And we did draw a Seek and Destroy for the That All You Got. But That All You Got, one of the best cards in the game. Yeah, it's very, very good. Especially it's matchup dependent, but yeah, still very, very good. So there's not really much we can do here unless there is something very, very good on top with the Ravenous Rabble reveal. We can, if we want, crack the Bullseye Bracers to put a... oh, no, it needs to be an arrow, so we can't even do that. That's a bit of a shame, but never mind. So the Ravenous Rabble's coming in for... what's it going to be revealing? A Bolt and Shot. Wow, that's the worst reveal we could potentially get. A blue Bolt and Shot coming in for 2 damage. Not much we can really do there, unfortunately. They did force our hand a little bit on that last turn. So... all we can do is Arsenal sink below, and that's it, really, on this one. But 34 to 36, same amount of cards. Same amount of cards at the moment. They are running a very, very large deck there. 57 cards, well, 61 including the cards in hand. 62, sorry, including the cards in hand. So, wow, they are just blocking a lot, and wow. I did not notice that. So they're running quite a few cards. Tunic Trigger's going off, so this could be a big turn from them now. I'm a bit scared. Surgical Extraction, obviously the Arachne trigger as well with the contract. So they get to look at the top card of my deck with the Arachne trigger. And they put that card at the bottom of the deck. So Surgical Extraction is looking for blue cards, and they put that card at the bottom. This is coming in for 4. Now, this is an assassin card as well, so it could be cut to the chase for 0. There's a lot of cards in their hand as well, so they might crack their black text as well to also get this through, potentially. Our next turn doesn't look like we can do much. Well, we probably could do quite a bit, actually, thinking about it. But I don't know whether I want this to hit or not. So I think I'm going to have to commit a card to it. I think I'm going to have to commit the E-Strike to it. So let's commit an E-Strike to it. And then, because we can still use Death Dealer with the blue. We'll see what happens after this. Shred. Okay, so they're shredding the Enlightened Strike down to 1. And they're cutting to the chase. So they want this to hit. So they're essentially giving it +2 and then -3. So Enlightened Strike's going to block for nothing. They're giving that 6. So yeah, this will hit, unfortunately. So they will get to banish a card on the on-hit of this. And we are going to take damage. So I think we just need to take the hit now. And not waste the Sink Below. Albeit the Sink Below is in our arsenal. So we could potentially brick. We've got 2 arrows in hand. Then we've got a Tunic Trigger. So maybe we should still play the Sink Below. They are getting all of their triggers now. So let's just play the Sink Below. Let's get this out of our hand. Let's. They're going to gain some dive as well, because why not? So we will play the Sink Below. We probably will put a high-value card at the bottom of the deck. Let's put the Seek and Destroy at the bottom and draw the Red in the Ledger. So they're probably going to banish that Red in the Ledger. But the buffs might come in handy later. This is probably going to be quite a long one, because obviously it's playing to fatigue and what have you. So the on-hit is going through, unfortunately. So they are going to be able to look at our hand and banish a card, which is probably going to be the Red in the Ledger. Oh no, they banished a blue, because obviously that's the one that fulfilled the silver contract. I see. Okay, fair enough. Okay, fine. So yeah, we're going to use the Tunic to load Death Dealer with Red in the Ledger, I think. Or do we just load Headshot in for 6? Let's just load Headshot in, I think. Another Red in the Ledger. Okay, fine. So we'll fire this at them, pitch a Red in the Ledger for it. So it's coming in for 6. We will have card advantage at the end of this turn, because obviously we're going to have 1 card in our arsenal, but we are still, I think we are still behind here in this matchup at the moment. They've hemorrhaged a lot of our cards away already. Probably should have played with the full deck. Yeah, so when you run out of cards, you can't pitch to swing your weapon. Ranger, especially, I'm playing a Ranger deck, and Rangers can only attack with arrow attacks. So you don't even have a weapon to swing. Whereas Arachne here, look, Raven, he has weapons to swing on board. Whereas Rangers have to load arrows into their arsenal and fire them. But obviously the arrows that they have can be quite punishing on hit effects. Rangers, especially Azalea, is renowned to be one of the worst heroes in the game at the moment, which is why my channel was built on the Azalea cult. You know, the followers of Azalea, the loyal supporters of Azalea. We are getting Azalea support in the next set, Outsiders. So yeah, I think it's a good time for people to look at Azalea now, to a certain degree. I think we just have to take this damage, so we can actually do something on our next turn. So the next turn looks pretty good, to be honest. So we're just going to have to take this. They might have a big shred over the top of this, or cut to the chase, which is going to deal us some damage. But I think we just have to take it now at this point. Yeah, there it is. There's the cut to the chase, bring it up to 7 in total. And then just going to hit, what, 2? Going to banish 2 cards away. But I think our follow-up is probably worth it. Whenever you banished an attack action card. Okay, so they left it there. It was a bolt and shot. Fine. Okay, our turn. So we get to opt with the cross wrap to see what's on top. It's a Sink Below. That can go to the bottom. Then we're going to play a Ravenous Rabble, first of all. So this attacks for 2, revealing a blue headshot. So the Ravenous Rabbles have been absolutely garbage this game. So yeah, revealing a blue headshot for 2. So we're going to pass. They're going to take that 2 damage, by the looks of it. Oh, they're playing that, or you got. Okay, interesting. Nice. Cool, right, so that's that. Then we will play Red in the Ledger. Pitching that, or you got. We can snappies this as well as Rain Raises it, so that's probably what we're going to be doing here. So we're going to Rain Raises it and then snappies it. use the one to load in the bolt and shot, and then fire that off and draw a card, and then see what the card is that we draw. We still got one floating as well, so we can still do that, which is pretty good. So hopefully this will get an on-hit through. We'll see. But we should be threatening a little bit of damage here on this crackback, but they don't definitely have the upper hand right now. Dreadbore is definitely... I think Dreadbore is definitely worth having in your Azalea deck, especially if Arachne is going to be prevalent in the scene, because all those D-reacts, the immovables, sink belows, all that stuff is quite deadly. So the thing is now they can sink below even at this point and still prevent the damage, but we're not going to give that to them right now, I don't think. Okay, chain link. Oh, I should have snappied. I missed the opportunity to snapdragon, unfortunately. That's a shame. I'm not gonna undo that. That's my mistake. So I should have, at that point, I should have cracked the snapdragon scalers, which I did not do. So that's my mistake. But they only have one action this turn, so we'll see what happens with that. It's probably going to be a swing, and then obviously reactions over the top. So Red in the Ledger doesn't really affect Arachne too much. Just coming in with an Eradicate here, which is probably going to have some form of buff over the top of it as well. So this is a bit of a tricky situation to be in, because this is going to be a big mill card coming in at us now. They've got 2 floating as well, so they can pretty much play whatever card they want as a reaction, and that's probably going to be what's going to be hitting us. So this is basically saying to us we need to block 7, otherwise we're going to be milling 7 essentially. So we are definitely very, very far behind in this game right now, because I'm considering just taking the damage here, because I want to be able to do something on my next turn. That's the position we're in. So we're just going to pass. This is a tough one for us. Yeah, we are going to mill. We are going to mill 4 cards, which is a bit of a shame. But hey ho, I made a mistake on that last turn, so that's my own fault. Right, so let's opt to see what's on top. Bolt and shot blue. That can go to the bottom, I think. Right, so let's play out the Rain Razors. Then we will use the Death Dealer, pitching a headshot to load in the Bolt and Shot to draw a card. Okay, now we can play the Seek and Destroy. Or do we just play this? This pumps up to 5 if it hits reload, and then we can Bullseye Braces the other one if we need to do that, potentially. Or do we try and force some blocks now with the Seek and Destroy? That's the issue. Because if they let this hit, we get a free reload with the red one, which will then fire off, and then we can potentially reload the next headshot with +1. That's the thing. We still got snappies. You've still got snappies as well. That doesn't make a difference anyway. Let's put the Seek and Destroy in front of this. And fire it off. See what happens. So it's coming in for 8, is it? 8 damage. 8 go again if it hits reload. But I can still essentially put in a... I can put something else in there with the Bullseye Bracers if I want. So they're not going to defend, which means they got a 2 double Fateful Scenes. Yeah, so in this matchup, you definitely need Dreadbore, because all these D-reacts coming out are really crippling the game, because nothing is going through here at all. So you definitely need Dreadbore, I think, in this matchup. So we are going to crack the Bullseye Bracers. We are going to put the red Bolt and Shot in, and that still threatens the on-hit effect of reloading, because 7 go again if it hits reload. We can still force another block here by the looks of it. Another D-react, yeah, Oasis Respite. So this is the thing that hurts us the most. Oasis Respite just says prevent damage that would be done. So this is definitely a extreme fatigue defensive deck that is hard to really get round unless you've got something like Dreadbore, which says that you can't play D-reacts from their hand. This is really a tough one for us. haven't really done much damage to them. Revealing a bolt drill shot on top. So we'll leave that on top. We can go and get any arrow of our choosing now and dominate it with +5, which could be good to get us back into the game, but ideally what we need in this matchup is battering bolts. That's the thing that really hurts decks that have a lot of reactions, but we don't have that in this list, unfortunately. So I think we are just going to be doing knock the death whistle, go and get some form of card that deals damage, some form of damage. Remorseless probably might be the best shout, because that means they can't play D-Reaction in their arsenal. They haven't got any D-Reaction in their arsenal anyway, but let's just activate Azalea here to give the arrow dominate. Then we're going to play Released Attention and read the glide path to give it +5, and then fire that off with the Tunic trigger and arsenaling the Fateful Scene. So at least we are getting some damage through on this turn. They had to pass their entire turn before, but Seek and Destroy, that can go to the bottom. But I think if you look at the deck sizes, I've got 28 cards. They have 48 cards. They got 20 more cards than me. So they can just literally just keep blocking, keep de-reacting, keep preventing damage, unmovables, and just fatigue me out of the game, essentially. So, yeah, the list that I've got against this is just not great, unfortunately, by the looks of it. I don't think you have the reach on anything except Brute or Guardian. Card efficiency is just too low. Arachne is a hero that many players don't know how to play against yet. It is sometimes counterintuitive to run 60 against Arachne, and sometimes it is the right call. Double fates, oof. You have a game plan for the next time you face this matchup and some things to try too. Absolutely, yeah. It's all a learning curve, and Arachne is not something you see that often really at the moment. So exactly that. Block for Bolton shot here, block for blue one at least. We've still got the Fate in our arsenal to prevent maybe a 7 attack coming through. They are losing life on attack actions this turn, so it doesn't affect the weapon that they're swinging here, unfortunately. But yeah, let's see if they lose any life from the attack actions. But yeah, the decking out is a real thing against Arachne. Shred is coming in here to prevent that damage, so we will pass. So it will do us 1 damage. Now they have a Tunic coming, and coming in with an Annihilate the Armed for 3. Okay, so we can Fateful Scene that at least and see what's on top for the crackback. So we are going to pass and just Fateful Scene that. Luckily, this is a bit of a stumble turn for the Arachne player. There wasn't much going on here apart from a Spider's Bite and an Annihilate the Armed. So I think this is potentially a chance for us to get back into it to a certain degree. We get to opt now to see what's on top for the draw from Death Dealer. It's a drill shot. So I think we will keep that on top because we will draw that. We don't have any buffs now, though, unfortunately, for Bolt and Shot, but we can give it go again with Snappies, which probably is the best thing to do here. So pitch to Death Dealer, pitch to blue, put the drill shot into the arsenal, and then fire this off with go again from Snappies. I think probably the best thing to do. We can't we can't load it anyway, can we? We can't load anything else in with the thing, so we can't do that either. So let's just put a -1 counter on their Tunic, so they have no armor, and that's Arsenal drill shot. So a couple of stumbly plays there from both of us. Nothing I could really do there, unfortunately. I had no buffs in hand, so that was a bit of an issue. So coming in with a Surgical Extraction, which is not going to be just 4 damage. It's going to be something else over the top of this. So we do have to seriously consider trying to block with stuff now, because they're going to take cards out of our hand anyway if it hits. So this is the issue that we're going to have here. We got a drill shot, we got Ravenous Rabble, so next turn's looking like a Ravenous and then a drill shot. So I think we should block for 9. That's all we can really do. There's no go again on this, so we might as well try and block for 9. So it's blocking for 6 if they take one of these cards away. So they probably have to commit both of their cards in their hand to try and get the on-hitter through if that is the case. But we'll see. So blocking, we're having to overblock here, unfortunately. Yeah, so it's going to Arsenal and pass now by the looks of it. There's no go again on the attack. Cool. What's this? Opt, first of all. See what's on top of the deck. Remorseless. Okay, so we can't fire that off, unfortunately, because we don't have the resources, so that can go to the bottom for now. But we will Ravel, see what's on top again. So revealing a Remorseless, another Remorseless on top. We can't play that Remorseless, unfortunately. So this is going to come in for 4, and then there's going to be another 4 after this. Okay, fine. So they're going to take that, and then we're going to fire another 4 at them. And they're going to take that as well, by the looks of it. And we might as well just put a -1 counter on the Goliath Gauntlet, because why not? So they're coming in with another Surgical Extraction, Arachne Trigger. So I've only got 20 cards left in deck now. Your deck is not helping you out here. No, absolutely not. It's really not, but hey-ho. So coming in for 4, they've got 3 cards. It's probably going to say, right, you have to block 4. You have to block this, otherwise I'm going to banish quite a lot of cards from your hand and the top of your deck. So I think at this point we got 20 cards left. I think we just have to say, right, okay, fine. We just take the hit and see what happens, because there's no go again after this unless they crack their things. So I guess we just try and block with the cross wrap and then maybe a few cards. Let's block with the bolt and shot. They're probably going to be able to pump this as well, but we'll see what happens. We'll try and play it out at least. Pummel. There we go. Jesus. A pummeled Surgical Extraction. So it's coming in for 4 over the top, and we're going to have to discard a card here, as well as Surgical Extraction, banishing the top card and 1 from hand. So basically, it's basically a crippling crush at this point. Yeah, so I have to discard a card, and they banish a card as well. So they banish the Rain Razors. So we can essentially Tunic Trigger next turn. We can load in the Remorseless and draw, and then fire the Remorseless off. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all we can do. We've got not many cards left. So we'll just have to do the Tunic, load the Remorseless in with the Death Dealer, and then fire the Remorseless off with pitching the Sink below. So Remorseless says no D-React can be played from Arsenal. So they can't play in D-Reacts from Arsenal at least, but they're probably going to have still have something in hand to prevent this on hit from going through. But yeah, we do have 4 higher life than them. We are obviously we're on the play. We're threatening 5 damage, but I think at this point, yeah, they're just gonna keep blocking now. And just see this game out to fatigue, I think. Drawing a couple of defensive cards here, but that doesn't really help us because there's no attacks in our hand. That's a bad thing about playing Ranger, of course, that you don't have any attacks on board as standard. But still, Eradicate is a must-block card at this point. We've got 1 floating, 1 in Arsenal, so we do have to commit both of the D-Reacts here, which is fine, because we're going to Fateful Scene first of all. See what's on top, then we can sink and potentially draw the card. So it's a drill shot. Okay, we will leave that on top. Pass, I guess. Cool, okay, fine. So we can take aim. We can reload the Sink Below in. We can activate Azalea to give the drill shot dominate. Then we can play Released Attention so they can't play any D-Reacts from their arsenal. And then we can fire this at them for 10 dominate, which is pretty good. So Unmovable again from their hand. Fuck me. Such a good card. Really is. Living Legend spoiler. Unmovable was on Kel's saltiest list. He hates the card, he really does. And rightly so, because it just prevents so much damage. Man, it's ridiculous. But yeah, we're on 10 cards now, unfortunately. A big dominated drill shot, not enough to do anything there, unfortunately, and I just don't think we're going to be able to get the damage through before we fatigue out. So yeah, 4 coming in. If they banish with a card with cost 1 or less, that's probably going to happen. I think we just take the damage now. See what they got. Banishing a Fateful Scene, fine. Okay, right. Let's do this. Come on. Right, pitch a blue. Let's get a bolt and shot into the arsenal. Draw a card. Okay, seek and destroy. They're just going to block this, though, aren't they? That's the issue. Unless we activate Azalea blindly and see what we get. What could we get? 4 cards left. The Remorseless that we put there earlier? Probably not. Let's just do it. See what happens. That all you got. Great. You win some, you lose some. Fuck it. I thought, yeah, why not? Let's just activate Azalea blindly and see what happens. It was a bad decision. But to be honest, I think we pretty much lost anyway. We got, what, 9 cards in our deck. They got 36 cards. That's the thing, like, you build up this massive, dominated arrow, and suddenly they just pitch a blue, unmovable, prevent bloody loads of damage. Crazy. Right, so let's pass. Let's just play that all you got. Classic blind Azalea. Yeah, I mean, it's basically just roll the dice and see what you get, isn't it, really? So felt like I had to do it to a certain degree. We're not going to get through their cards now. We're simply just not going to get through. They've got too many cards in deck, and obviously the whole bow mechanic, it means you have to put cards in your arsenal. You can't attack with a weapon on board. It's just one of those things, unfortunately. Coming in for 5, they're probably going to force over damage over the top. The most we can do next turn is a Seeking Destroyed Remorseless with a Tunic trigger, potentially drawing something. So let's just let them hit me here. We go down to 9 and mill 2 cards. Plus they get Go Again. Plus they're putting the damage over the top anyway with Cut to the Chase. That would have been the most I could have blocked anyway. Would have been not enough to prevent this on hit going through. So fair enough. They do 8 damage to me. Mill a couple of cards, and now we got to Leave No Witnesses coming in for 4. And they've got another card in their arsenal, which is probably going to be some form of buff as well. So we're probably just going to have to just say sink below to this and see what happens. We won't put anything to the bottom of the deck, I don't think. So that did not hit. Okay, fine. We have 1 card left in our deck. Is it going to be enough? Probably not. So let's first of all crack the Tunic for the resource that we need to activate Death Dealer and put Remorseless into the arsenal and draw the only card left in our deck, which is a blue Headshot. Then we're just going to play Seek and Destroy, read the Glide Path, and then fire this at them for a lethal hit, I might add, but probably going to be just defended out, and obviously they can fatigue me now, unfortunately. So we have lost. We have lost here, eventually. Unmovable. Oasis Respite. Okay, just as bad. Last ditch effort being used there. Brilliant. But yeah, they're just going to take their double Oasis just to rub salt in the wound. Double Oasis Respite. Yeah, so that's preventing quite a lot of damage. We can Arsenal card. Then we've got 2 cards left. That's pretty much all we got left. They can just fatigue us now. So we're just going to fire this at them for 2. Brilliant. Pitching the Headshot. We should have known that was a pitch card. Whether I remember when you opted the Remorseless to the bottom. Oh yeah, I don't really keep track of all that stuff, like bloody pitch stacking and all that sort of thing. But yeah, I don't really take notice of that. I'm not hyper competitive sort of meta brain. I don't really have the brain for that sort of thing, unfortunately. But yeah, GG's. Yeah, so Arachne is basically like hyper fatigue. At least this list is. So I think if we're expecting this to happen, I think we need to be running things like Dreadbore that obviously prevents the D-reacts from hand. That also takes a lot of cards away from them to use against us, to prevent a lot of that damage. Oasis Respite is something we can't really get round. Nobody can get round Oasis Respite. It's one of those cards that's just absolutely horrible. Again, it appears in the Living Legends podcast as the most saltiest cards. So there's a lot of salty cards in that Arachne fatigue list, that's for sure. But yeah, more cards in deck. Absolutely, Aaron. Absolutely, Aaron Merkel. Dreadbore and just spamming dominated arrows is really good versus Arachne. Yeah, that's probably the thing you have to do. But that was not the right call to run a 60 card deck against Arachne. You need to have the whole list, I think, and maybe even put in cards that are more tailored towards that matchup, like battering bolts. In the old list that I had, it did have battering bolts in it, which were very good, especially with Dreadbore, because you pitch a blue to Dreadbore, load in a battering bolt, and suddenly the battering bolt's coming in for 7 because it gets +1 from Dreadbore when you load it in with the blue, and then it's coming in with the on-hit effect. If it hits, they discard all non-action cards, which in Arachne or in Warrior destroys their entire hand. So battering bolt is really good in those matchups, and it used to be very, very good. So I probably will get that list out again. It was one that I really, really enjoyed using. It wasn't no hyper competitive meta list. That's not what I'm about here on the channel. But it was good fun. Ran things like snatches, command and conquers, stuff that gave you a lot of value in the moment you play it. Endless Arrow, again, that's another one that's sort of come out of the list as well, which also helps towards that sort of longer game, because you're getting those arrows back into your hand when they hit. You're sort of playing on their fatigue strategy by saying, right, you need to block this because otherwise I'm just going to be able to keep getting this back. You know, you're forcing blocks. But yeah, I think you need Dreadbore if you are going to see a lot of those Arachnes, because yeah, there was so much value coming from the hand in form of D-reacts in that game. But yeah, and you need a full deck list as well, I think. TCG Talk, welcome to the chat. Sorry, I was just ranting there. Didn't see your message. More cards in the deck, Aaron. Absolutely, that's right. I put 9 extra in deck against Arachne. Dreadbore Dominate is so good against him. Exactly what Yeasel from Sweden just said. So that is probably the way to go against Arachne, and is Dreadbore Dominate. Dreadbore Dominate, massive decks, massive dick size, massive dong size, as you would say, Aaron Merkel. As Arachne, I'm so happy if my opponent starts at less than 70 cards. Exactly. So that's probably the main takeaway from today's CC game. This is probably the only one we'll play tonight, because obviously the giveaway took an hour to do. But that's probably the main takeaway from this video. And that match was side in Dreadbore, get Dreadbore in there. And if you are expecting a lot of Arachne at least, then try like the old style list that I was using a long time ago, when I first started this sort of Azalea Online series, with the battering bolts and the larger deck size, and using that larger deck to really leverage the fatigue matchups at least, and also playing quite defensive yourself as well. The list ran things like obviously Fateful Scene and Sink Below, but it also had take covers in there as well, and some other defensive. It even had Oasis Respite in there as well. So yeah, that's that. It was a great evening. So thank you everybody who stuck around for this long. You know, it's been a while since we did the giveaway. We did the giveaway about an hour ago. We'll get that spicy salvage shot in there. Absolutely. Spicy salvage shot, absolutely, yeah. Dreadbore is one card in your board. You can also put in the full set of bolt and shots and go wide. Yeah, exactly. And the good thing about Dreadbore and bolt and shot as well is the fact that Dreadbore always turns it on. There was a hand in that game where I had a bolt and shot which I couldn't turn on because I was running Death Dealer. Dreadbore gives you that +1 if you load it in there, as you just said. So it's always turning on bolt and shots, no matter what, because you can load it in there with it. So yeah, that's another good thing to consider as well, is the fact that Dreadbore will put it in there with +1, turning on the buff effect of the card. It is, yeah. You know, it does give you on some arrows. It gives you that breakpoint, like battering bolt. As I said, if you load battering bolt in with a blue card, you can fire it off because it costs 2, and it's getting the +1 from the Dreadbore. So it's essentially a 2 for 7 that's coming in. Well, it's 1 card for 7 damage. But if you're facing an Arachne, it can do so much more damage that they have to consider blocking it. That's the difference. Also, Dreadbore works with New Horizons to set up an over-the-top turn. Yeah, you could do that sort of style. I know Joey from Decks and Drafts, who's in the Discord as well, has a spicy list that runs Dreadbore, New Horizons, stuff like Pummels as well, like a Pummel Azalea sort of list. It's a lot of fun to play. And again, it's just one of those lists that's, you know, it's good fun to play, works against some matchups and just folds to everything else. But yeah, it's all fun regardless. That's what this channel is all about. Just having fun with Azalea, and yeah, I cannot wait for Outsiders. It's going to be interesting set, and I think for people that are still here in the stream this late on, for all of the 8 concurrent viewers that we've had up until this point, I think you can assume at this stage that this channel will be getting a spoiler for Outsiders that is Azalea themed. I think you can come to expect that from this channel. So yeah, keep your eyes and ears peeled for that, folks, because it's going to be a spicy one. I reckon the Azalea Cult is going to be able to spoil that card. I don't want to count the chickens just yet, but I think we are in a position where we can and will get something to show off for Azalea fans out there. But yeah, the hype is real, absolutely. And as James White said to me, you know, the Sandscour Great Bow is going to be a great piece for Azalea going into the future, and Azalea will be the business this year, apparently, according to James. So now is the time to be an Azalea fan. Now is the time to join the cult of Azalea. And Azalea will be the business. Absolutely, 10 Monto. You're completely and utterly correct. Now is the best time to be an Azalea Cult fan. And, you know, you were here first. All the Azalea Cult members, you were here first. You were in on the ground level before Azalea was cool. And now everybody's going to be playing her, that's for sure. Praise be our glorious leader. But thank you very much for everybody who's tuned in this far. And I hope you have a great day, wherever you might be watching this now or in the future. And thank you to whoever joined in earlier on today for the giveaway, and well done to the winner as well, which I will say again on the chat today was Los Munchie Fuerte, at Los Munchie, the one who won the 1K Twitter giveaway. Lovely old job, good night, absolutely cementenium. This was fun. Catch you guys on the Discord, absolutely yeezel. Thank you very much for tuning in over in Sweden. Cementenium over in the Netherlands. Thank you very much. Super Mario Black Tiger over in East Coast USA. And I believe Playtime TCG as well. All the people that are chipping into the chat, all from different parts of the world. So thank you very much for joining us. This community is very, very much a global escapade. And yeah, we'll see you very much all on the Discord at some stage. Links in the description box below. Have a good one, Az. Thanks for the stream. No problem. Playtime TCG. We'll see you again very, very soon, I'm sure. And thank you to all the patrons of the channel as well. You all make all of this time and effort worth it, and quantifiable to me here on the channel. So thank you very much. I'll roll the credits in a moment. Andrew Kem, don't stay up too late saving Hyrule. You know exactly what I'm doing after this stream, don't you, sir? Absolutely. You know me too well. Thanks for the stream, everybody. No, thank you for being here. You make it worth it. Speaking of which, we'll see you very, very soon. Cheers. Look at all those lovely patrons. I love you all. Fantastic. Amazing people, as always. But Super Mario Black Tiger, you were right. I'm going to go play some Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'm addicted. Take it easy, folks.